I think that's been the biggest thing for myself is like, my parents always encouraged me to go after whatever I wanted, to always have confidence in the things that I was doing, and it's gotten me to a lot of really cool places.
Family isn't always blood. It may also be defined as the individuals in your life who value and accept you for who you are. As the Indiana Fever accomplished one of the largest single-season turnarounds in league history, these words reverberated throughout the locker room, but what motivates them behind the scenes?
I think that's just the biggest thing. Like, everybody else is working really hard, so you better work harder.
The team is back in front of the cameras this holiday season, this time for a special message that will help to lighten the mood. Today, we reveal the stories that led to this amazing run. This is a team that is united not just by their uniforms, but by something more profound. Are you prepared to see what's truly causing the Fever to reach new heights? Come on, let's go.
I think my love for basketball has been the motivation of why I'm here. I love everything about it.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's best friend on the Fever roster, Lexi Hull, a sharpshooter who struggled to find her rhythm early in her career. Her consistency problems left fans and critics questioning whether she would ever reach her full potential. So, what kept Lexi going during the difficult times?
My mom inspires me so much growing up and even today. She's one of the most hardworking people, so I just look up to her in so many ways.
However, this is when the intriguing part begins. Hull became an expert three-point shooter, and her accuracy from beyond the arc soared from 34.5% in 2023 to an astounding 45.2% in 2024, the league's highest accuracy. Her teammates benefit from the space and possibilities her sharpshooting provides, and it's encouraging to see what keeps Lexi going.
I think having young girls in the stands makes me feel like a role model.
While Hull shooting opened doors, an unexpected alliance was developing on the court between Grace Bear, Kate, and Clark. Once fierce college rivals put aside their past to form a strong partnership on the Fever, Bear acknowledged that there was undoubtedly some initial oddity, but we were so focused on our common objective that we wanted to win.
I think my parents, both of them, just seeing how, they would go to work and come home immediately and be all about the family, be so selfless in the sense that they did anything they could to help me reach those goals.
We're all excited to see Grace play a bigger part in the upcoming season and are thrilled to learn more about her journey.
As a little girl, I absolutely idolized college basketball players. I absolutely idolized people in the WNBA. And they really motivated me in all aspects of my life to be better, to work hard, strive to be just like them. So when I see those little girls in the crowd, just get a picture with them or really just model for them, what being a strong woman looks like, I take that very seriously. It's the best part of what I get to do.
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston, was under a lot of pressure to improve during her sophomore campaign. But what drives her to perform at her peak every day?
My sister and my family. My sister because she's the reason I started playing basketball. I wanted to follow in her footsteps. And then when it comes to my family, they've just made so many sacrifices for me and my sister to be where we are. And so I'm just super blessed for them.
The team's newly discovered confidence spread like wildfire as the Fever's transformation proceeded, and Boston's influence reverberated throughout the entire corporation. Are you prepared to witness how this momentum propelled the Fever to even higher heights? The role of Katie L. Sampson on the Indiana. Few could have guessed how Fever would change once she joined the squad, and although she was famed for her shooting prowess, her real influence was felt off the field. With her years of league experience and leadership, Samuelson swiftly established herself as a mentor to the younger players, imparting knowledge that greatly motivates Katie Lou both on and off the court.
The single biggest motivation that I have was just because I wanted to be successful. I feel like I set high dreams and goals for myself, and just to be able to check them off is a blessing.
Lexi Hull was shouting her praises nonstop. We all look up to Katie Lou because she always inspires us to be better and sets an example with her experience. As a new mother, juggling this new position with being an elite athlete is undoubtedly difficult. Here is Katie Lou discussing finding that balance.
My sister definitely inspired me the most growing up and throughout my adult life. She's the person I go to when I need advice or I need someone to lean on. She's always there for me.
Wheeler faced difficulties adjusting to Coach Christy Side's new system and playing with rookie sensation Caitlin Clark when the Fever's point guard situation appeared to be resolved, but she didn't give up. Instead, she developed into a mentor, cheerleader, and the team's biggest supporter. However, what truly motivates Erica to show up every day, regardless of her role?
My single biggest motivation now is my daughter. I think she inspires me to do everything that I'm doing. She's inspired me to get back and to just keep going forward. And growing up, it was my sisters and my family. They always pushed me to be the best I could, and they were always there for me.
We understand that viewing this video takes up some of your time, so please remember to like, subscribe, and enable all notifications if you've made it this far and are enjoying it. Let's get back to the action. When Caitlin Clark arrived, Kelsey Mitchell faced a turning point in her career. Would she change or fade away? Mitchell's reaction was noteworthy. What was Kelsey's fulcrum during the 2024 season? Mitchell's game reached new heights. She not only maintained her scoring prowess, but also became even more efficient, as evidenced by her shooting percentages skyrocketing, putting her a continuous menace on the court.
I have to say my mom. My mom was a single parent. It's 3 of us. I have 2 older sisters. I'm the baby, unfortunately. I'm just being able to see her wake up every day and just provide for us. And that's kind of where I kind of got my hustle from, because I've always seen my mom work.
Mitchell's evolution was a perfect fit for Clark's game, and the two of them created a dynamic that left defenses reeling. Her better shooting extends the floor, giving her teammates more room to move, which creates passing and driving lanes that weren't there previously. Here's Kelsey discussing her past and how it's influencing her future.
Just being able to stay in the league, I think that's the biggest thing. It's very hard to stay in this league. It's only 144 spots. So I think for me, just being able to land on a roster every year, I'll have to say that for sure.
Having Caitlin here has motivated me to improve as a player, and we're learning from each other every day. The Fever now has 2 elite scorers who can produce for both themselves and others, as Mitchell put it best. This combo is already making opponents nervous. When Christy Wallace initially joined the WNBA from Australia, the league's lightning-fast speed took her off guard. But what truly motivated her to pick up the ball was the same thing you experienced as a new kid in school trying to keep up with a faster pace.
My dad was like everything. My dad kind of put into perspective what it was like to like really work hard and really like back up your hard work with being a good person.
Wallace, however, didn't only adjust. She added her distinct Australian flair to the Indiana Fever. Her unique play style on the court is a result of her international upbringing. Wallace excels at the WNBA's pace thanks to his quick hands and anticipatory skills, which were developed in Australia's premier leagues. The whole Fever squad is on fire because of the enthusiasm she brings from down under.
I think the single motivation was where I come from. Cincinnati, Ohio is not a place many people can get out of. For the longest, all I knew was, the great players that came out of Cincinnati. And it gave me the platform, it gave me the push to kind of like get to this point.
Wallace's enthusiasm ignited the Fever's defense, but another player was stealthily gaining offensive momentum. Nalissa Smith, the 2nd overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft, had great hopes heading into the 2024 season, but she had a rough start, averaging only 10.7 points per game at first. What kept Nalissa going, though, was her early struggles.
My dad kind of helped me, start and continue basketball, especially early on.
Smith and Aaliyah Boston became a formidable duo in the front court as the season went on, running pick-and-roll plays that left the defense reeling. Smith's rebounding also significantly improved, giving the Fever a potent new punch on the boards. It's obvious that Smith is only beginning to realize her full potential because of the nightmares her front-court duo with Boston is giving opponents.
Being a part of the W is just, it's tough. I think that, that challenge really stretches me and it helps me to see what I can get out of myself.
I understand that I belong in this level and that I possess the skills necessary to be among the top players. Have you ever wondered how a player can completely transform a team's atmosphere without scoring a lot of goals? What it means to be valuable in the NBA is redefined by Victoria Saxton's narrative. What kept Victoria motivated all this time? Saxton joined the Fever as a role player, but her path wasn't simple. At first, she struggled for playing time, leaving fans wondering if she'd make an impact.
My mother, probably, just the strongest woman I know. I've seen her do anything and everything, so I definitely said my mom.
They added a game-changing player to their lineup as the Fever embraced their underdog persona. After a remarkable collegiate career, Caitlin Clark joined the team with high expectations and a lot of pressure, but she rose to the occasion. In her rookie season, she shattered 62 records, leaving fans and pundits in awe. But what drives Clark to accomplish great things? I believe the
Knowing that I belong in this league and knowing that I have what it takes, to be one of the best players in this league.
Clark's influence extended beyond his remarkable numbers. The Indiana Fever's offense was revitalized by her superb passing and scoring skills, which also improved the play of her teammates and forced opposing defenses to scramble. Her influence went far beyond the hardwood, as attendance at Fever games surged, merchandise sales increased, and the Indiana Fever abruptly became a hot topic in basketball discussions nationwide. Clark's arrival invigorated the fan base and added fresh enthusiasm to the franchise.
My mom, because she's just a strong woman, she's been through so much, and she just shows me to never let anything bother you and just push through always.
With Clark leading the team, they're set for a new era of success. Her arrival has also changed the team's on-court performance and rekindled interest in women's basketball in Indiana and throughout the world. How can Clark and her colleagues continue to build on this success in the upcoming seasons?
I think the single biggest motivation is definitely knowing there's people around me that are also getting better, and you always as a competitor just have a fire and a will to want to win and get better and just beat everybody else.
The Indiana Fever's transformation from underdogs to play contenders has been absolutely incredible. This varied collection of players united to produce something unique that changed the franchise as a whole.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
With a youthful team led by Clark, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull, the future is bright for the Fever. League experts believe they could emerge as serious playoff contenders in the upcoming seasons. The only question now is how soon they will be vying for a championship. The Fever's ascent is only getting started, and they need you to be on board. Let's make some noise for the 2025 season. Are you prepared to join us on this amazing journey? Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss a beat. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.